Yo, 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 what it do, what it do, what it do. You are listening to your number one crew. This is the infamous trio of OTR, Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. This is your boy OTR Mic Drop, aka Wednesday Night Mic Drop, aka OTR Oracle. Hey, baby.
Oh, snaps. I'm back. You see the flag? Back in Charlotte, baby. Was good. I'm back, everybody. This is your boy Jay, aka Rantin' Jay, aka Part-Time Jay, aka OTR Messiah. And yes, I receive you. I'm back.
What's going on, everybody? This is your man Trey, aka Trey, aka OTR Trey, aka Wednesday Night Trey. And yes, it is a special occasion. We finally got all three of us back. So shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that bomb was deep. There we go.
Jay, how was vacation, man? How was vacation, bro?
Oh, Vegas was great, man. Vegas is great.
Man,
I will say this though. Them NBA finals and Halliburton getting injured. It ruined me. It ruined me.
You put money on it.
Heck yeah, I put money on it.
Ooh, man, you should have knew whoever wore 0 in the finals in the playoffs suffered an Achilles tear.
Listen. Halliburton's been injured. He was injured the whole entire series through the playoffs, and he still was putting up points.
He was.
All I needed him to do was put up 20 points, and your boy was going to come back with some money.
Hey, he was on the road to doing it too.
I mean, he had 9 points in the first 3 minutes of the game. He was going to get that 20.
Yep.
And then it all went to.
Hey, they need to check. They need to check that 3-point line in the NBA because him, Tatum, and Dame, they all pop their Achilles at the same spot, and they all wear 0. Yeah. I don't know. Y'all take that into, what y'all want to make out of it, but something up.
So I was gonna say, let's just say my Vegas trip didn't end the way that I thought it was going to end, and that was with me bringing home some money. But other than that, I had a good time.
Yeah, I seen you skybox at the Aces game.
You didn't spend all your money, did you?
Oh yeah, I spent a lot.
I was like, Jay up here flexing in a skybox at the Aces game and stuff. I'm like, okay.
Shout out to the Aces.
And seeing Jeezy.
Listen, that basketball game was sold out.
Oh, I believe it.
Arena, WNBA game, sold out. So give them props. And
then the Jeezy concert, like, okay. That was a hell of a trip.
It was.
That was a hell of a trip. Well, look, guess what, guys? You already know. It is Wednesday. This is episode 156, and the title of this episode is WWE Night of Champions 2025 predictions. But we are not going to start off with the predictions. What we're going to give to y'all, as y'all can see by the background, we have entered the realm of the Matrix. Why are we calling this the realm of the Matrix? Because it seems like that the yin and the yang have flip sides. We have John Cena, CM Punk, but we have John Punk and CM Cena because they have switched roles. I'm just not making sense. Yeah, y'all like how I put that together. I'm just not getting how they did this. But Trey, go ahead and hit us with what happened last Friday.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to Mr. Mic Drop. Thank you. Now, if y'all check out our socials, which are being displayed at the bottom of the screen, I did make a quick video about this. Did y'all realize that? First off, did y'all realize that John Cena was getting ready to cut a pipe bomb based off of how he was acting after when Punk came out? Like after when he put him through the table, did y'all think that he was getting ready to pipe bomb him?
I knew something was up because I was looking at the time, right? And I was like, yo, we got 15 minutes left of a show. What is about to happen? Like, so first it was how the match ended with Truth, right? Mm-hmm. And then I started thinking, I was like, all right, shoot, okay. Him and Punk going at it. You know, he ran away from Punk, got in the ring, boom, 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 boom. Then when he put him through the table, I was like, this shit look familiar. Like, what the hell? And when he jumped up on the apron, I was like, oh shit, with the mic. Oh, okay. Oh, it's about to go down. It's about to go down.
So the fun fact is Truth was the person that John Cena fought both times the pipe bomb was completed.
Mm-hmm.
Now we had
So
okay.
hold
We
on.
were
So my
having
question is, do you think they brought R-Truth back just for that moment?
I think they just brought him back just for this segment with John Cena.
Okay.
I think that's the reason why he was able to get the match with Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
looked
know
at
about
the
him.
they looked at the significance of what this was about to what this could lead into.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
definitely
So
pivoted.
remember how I was struggling trying to find the transcript last week?
Yeah.
I found it for the pipe bomb today. So
Ooh.
I will be reading it verbatim what John Cena said. So John Cena hopped up on the top rope and then he starts off. And this is when people realized what he was doing when he hit the mic and then he goes, Punk, as you lay there in your most uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Everybody just knew what it was at that point.
Yep. Yep.
He said, somebody's afraid of what I'm going to say. I hope you can listen. Side note, I know that it made sense that because Punk took two shots from the belt to the head and he got AA through a table, but him just laying there with that Slim Jim logo behind him was one of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I'm like, bro, ain't no way he just laying there.
Trying not to open his eyes.
Right. That was the
Hey.
part. And then he rubbed his head a couple times and then
Hey, that's what you call a plug right there, okay? That's a plug.
yeah.
That's
But
great
anyway,
advertising.
He said, I hope you can digest because before I leave here in 6 months with that WWE championship, I got to get a whole lot of stuff off my chest. First things first, I don't hate you. I don't even, he said, I just like you. Okay. I like you. I like you more than anyone you've ever shared a locker room with. That's for sure. I hate this idea of you. This idea that you're the best in the world. You're not. I'm the greatest of all time. You're better at one thing than me. Or you're better than me at one thing. You're the best bullshitter in the world. Pause. Then he goes, "Oh no, kiddies! Or, oh no, kiddos! John Cena just dropped a curse word. That means this show is completely off the rails. Hey, Stu, shoot this! I'm breaking the fourth wall." And mind you, he hasn't called Stu since he turned heel.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you say? Then he laughs. He goes, the truth is, Punk, I'm jealous of you. I am jealous that you have conned these people into believing the myth that you're the best in the world. Then he looks at the camera and he goes, "Hey, Claudio Castagnoli. Hey, Nick Nemeth. Hey, Matt Cardona. How you guys doing?" Call back to when CM Punk shouted out Colt Cabana before their relationship went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "You're promo potato salad, pal. Hey, you're no longer the voice of the voiceless. You're a freaking millionaire. Despite yourself, you're not Punk. You're a capitalist, and you're not against TKO, dude. You are Mr. TKO because they knocked your balls technically off your body. Your tweets are strong. Your actions are weak." And he ends up with there. He ends right there.
Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, the you have to understand the aura of how this whole stage was set up, how Cena was looking at the camera, how he was smiling, how the crowd reaction was to it. Like, as you know, the fans love heels. Well, this part, the fans went fucking ballistic. off of it. Cena got more damn chance than I ever heard at this point.
Hey, but I don't mean to cut you off, but here's the thing, right? Tell me, at the entire promo, where did Cena lie at?
He didn't.
Jay, you hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head. I've been calling this shit ever since CM Punk came back. He has been full of shit ever since he came back. And that's why I've always been on Seth Rollins' side, because Seth Rollins been clocking his ass the entire time.
And Seth Rollins been getting his ass clocked. Pause.
No lies
the whole entire time. It was no lies. No lies.
No lies.
No lies.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was when he called out Claudio, Nick, and Matt Cardona. When he did that, I was like, oh shit. Only to know the next day, Matt Cardona and GCW was like, hey, John Cena, how you doing? I'm doing good. Like, to know that they're feeding off of each other, like, oh my goodness. Like,
what was your favorite part, Jay?
So seeing as though how I'm so out of touch because, I've been away, I didn't really get a chance to watch the full segment. I've seen the clips, seen the little things, just haven't had a chance to go back and rewatch it. But I will say that the setup is my favorite part about it. Because, you get how to say this heel run from John Cena. I don't think it's been the best work, right? It's definitely been, I would say, mid-level. You could tell that it was kind of rushed together and thrown, together. And John Cena hasn't really gotten comfortable in this heel turn. You got to think about it. This guy's been faced for pretty much the entirety of his career. The only time that he was really heelish was when he was the Doctor of Thugonomics, and even still, he was still kind of like borderline face/heel.
Right.
So with this promo, I can kind of see the comfort level coming in, and I can kind of see it setting now, where he's getting comfortable with this new character that he has. Because, come on, John Cena even saying a curse word is a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it's because, and me and Trey have talked about this before, do you think it's because of who it is? John Cena has so much chemistry with certain people, right? That this shit is just unmatched. Like, it really is no effort to cut a good promo with certain people. You know what I'm saying? So do you think it's so significant because it is CM Punk and the way that their history has been throughout their careers?
Don't get me wrong. I've always said that to me, John Cena's best rivalry is between CM Punk, Randy Orton, and Edge, right?
Right.
Those are his top three of all time when it comes down to his rivals. And some of his best segments in all three of those, when it comes down to promos, have been with CM Punk. If not CM Punk, when it comes down to, promo for promo.
Right.
So they have that aspect to where I feel like they draw the best out of each other when it comes down to what they say on the mic. But I feel like only CM Punk is the one that can really make him that heel really come out. Yeah. I don't think that Randy Orton could pull it out.
And I honestly feel like CM Punk kind of like challenges John Cena backstage, and it's like, how heel I can be. I want to see how heel you can be, and what greater way. I got something for you. We're gonna do a reverse pipe bomb.
Yeah,
you'll be like, all right, let me see how good you are at that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see
how good. Would have made it better. They didn't cut his microphone off, did they?
No,
it kind of went in and out a little bit, but he kept testing it. It was like, we're still live.
Nah, they should have cut it out. I know it would have been staged, but I think it would have made it.
Yeah, that's why he did that and was like.
And he also said that they weren't going to cut his mic. So they left some out.
He did say that. He did say
that. They're not going to cut. They're not going to cut my mic.
I do like John Cena's
because I'm the only friend you got.
Yeah, I do like his promos of lately though, because Like lately, he's been throwing in a bunch of other like a couple of weeks ago when he cut the promo talking about how he used his privilege to get into the elimination chamber. I like that.
He finally admitted everything that we knew.
Exactly. Like he skipped the line and basically he's like, I'm John Cena, bitch. I'm going to be in the elimination chamber match and I don't have to qualify.
Right.
Like,
and there's nothing y'all can do about it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the heel that we want. Their whole coming out and blaming the crowd and all this and stuff with the crowd. It was cute and everything the first time, but when we got like 3 weeks of it or 4 weeks of it, I was like, all right, I'm over this shit.
Yeah.
And I brought up to JD, I was like, they keep having it where John Cena is never getting the last word in these promo exchanges with people. Like, I can't remember last time. I don't think he got the last word against Cody except for one time. But oh, we got an Instagram comment. J Scott 1914. He joined. Shout out to you. He said, I still want my merch. Shake my head. Hey man, we working on it.
Give me $40.
But anyway, damn, where was I? Oh, yeah. So I was like, well, maybe because he did end up cutting his pipe bomb, I was like, well, maybe that's why they didn't let him come back at Punk when Punk was saying all that crazy shit and screaming, I'm sorry, and the truth hurts and all that last week or whatever, because they knew, or the week before that, because they knew that they were going to do this pipe bomb right after that.
Yeah.
But
maybe.
Did y'all got anything else on this before we get to the predictions?
No, I just hope the match lives up to the pipe bomb.
Well, I don't know, because John Cena, he has his new wrestling style now.
It's not. It's Saturday night main event. The match is gonna be ass.
You talking about 35 miles per hour school bus area pickup? That's how fast his matches go, because he takes his time.
So let's we can do the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring predictions first, since it's involved in Night of Champions. Or did you want to start with Raw?
Yeah, because Raw leads into the predictions.
Okay, because we got to talk about the matches from Friday that led to the matches that ended up on.
Well, yeah,
Monday.
we could do Saturday and Monday together. I mean, Friday and Monday together.
So me and JD, I think we were both in agreement on this, that we didn't think that Randy and Cody was going to happen.
Okay. So
this fast.
Yeah. So last Wednesday we said that, all right, when you looked at it,
I thought it was going to be one from each show.
Yeah, you had Sammy versus Randy and Jay versus Cody, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right. My first pick, as soon as Sammy got to the semifinals, I was like, yeah, Sammy going, right? This is his time as being the underdog. And then we threw out a whole bunch of scenarios, how it could be Jay versus Sammy, that could lead to a Sammy heel turn, how it could be Cody versus
Sammy versus Cody.
Yeah, Sammy versus Cody could lead to a heel turn. Even Cody, with the possibility of losing, could lead to a long-term heel turn. But of course, Friday, we got the Viper, Randy Orton winning. As soon as that happened, I text Trey. I said, is Randy versus Cody.
Yeah, you did.
As soon as that happened, I was like, yep, it's Randy versus Cody. They actually going to pull the trigger sooner than later. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's too early, Jay?
I not necessarily. I don't think it's too early, but I didn't want to see it in this way.
For King of the Ring. But okay, so with King of the Ring now having the stipulation that the winner gets a title shot.
Exactly. That's why they're doing.
We've been calling that shit for so long.
Yeah.
That needed that match and that the significance of King of the Ring deserved a championship match. Like the winner gets a championship match. And it sucks because you have people like Xavier Woods who won it and didn't get that opportunity.
Yep, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? You got Gunther, even though he did end up winning the championship, you had Gunther who didn't get a championship match right away. He got the IC title. So you got everybody before now, and it's kind of like, damn, that's a slap in their face because y'all could have been did this a long time ago.
It's definitely a slap in the face, and I agree with you. They should have did this a long time ago. But if they did, then you got to think about it. We would have had the same people up at the top winning King of the Ring like we did last time. The problem is that one, yes, they should have the stipulation that the winner gets a title match. It doesn't have to be the main title though, right? It could be a mid-card title either way. But the fact that they decided to do this year, and then they decided to throw in their heavy hitters so that they can it's dumb. It's stupid.
Like I said, like we talked about this before, like Money in the Bank, bro. If Money in the Bank is going to be for the big stars, let King of the Ring be for the rising stars.
There you go.
Or vice versa. You get what I'm saying? If King of the Ring is going to be for the big stars, let Money in the Bank be for the rising mid-card stars. So they actually have a chance on winning the big prize.
Money in the Bank to me should always be for the big title. Yeah. That's the legacy that it has. They almost ruined it with Austin Theory, which they should never do that ever again.
Ever.
But Money in the Bank in its history is winning the briefcase and cashing it in for a World Heavyweight Champion or the WWE Championship. It doesn't need to change from that. And you can literally give that briefcase to anybody. Yeah. It doesn't have to be somebody that's already established. You can use that to elevate somebody else. I mean, we got Dolph Ziggler with his elevation from it. You know what I'm saying? We got Big E with his elevation from it. You know what I'm saying? We got so many superstars that use that Money in the Bank to win their first title. It needs to keep that.
Yeah, it started with Edge.
King of the Ring, most definitely to me, should be for somebody up and coming.
Yeah,
right. They've had all these tournaments in the past, the Andre the Giant, over the rope battle royale, and get absolutely shit for it. Nothing but a trophy.
Yes. I honestly feel like the Andre the Giant battle royal should be for the bigger, colossal athletes.
They don't have that many left. That's the problem.
Mean, they got enough that's like considered heavyweights and super heavyweights.
Yeah.
Well, they need to put Almost back on TV then.
They need to put Almost bye-bye.
No, they just re-signed him.
I know. For what?
They extended him. I don't know, because apparently they said they don't put people on the bench. So I don't know.
I don't know.
But switching over to the women, it was Alexa Bliss versus Jade. Alexa Bliss versus Jade on Friday, and then on Monday it was it was Jade versus, because Jade won. It was Jade versus Roxanne.
Jade versus Roxanne. Alexa versus Asuka.
Alexa versus Asuka. Yeah, that's what
on Friday. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Asuka won, and then Jade won.
So why is Jade winning it on Monday Night Raw?
I have a theory. Because they teased this on, because I think one of y'all said it on Monday. Oh, not on Monday, but they teased this on Monday, and one of y'all said it. I think it might have been Jay. I can't remember, but about Asuka coming back and turning heel on Io. And they had the backstage segment where Io goes, "Well, now that you've won, if you win again at Night of Champions, then me and you can fight for this championship like we always wanted. Still try to be cool and friendly." And then Asuka says, "We're not in Damage Control anymore, and I'm coming for that title." So I think that's where they're going to lead to.
I don't think Asuka needs to turn heel for that, though.
Respectively,
because Io is a big baby face right now. Like,
yeah, but respectively,
and they're not using her at all.
Respectively, I will say that this is the right two for this King of the Ring formula that they're trying to kick up, because the massacre that comes from this is Jade possibly winning, knowing that Naomi has the briefcase.
There we go.
That's the colossal shit that really would mess a lot of people up. Is like, oh wow, we got both of them gunning for that championship now, and they both stand in each other's way.
Let's be
honest, opposed to Asuka and Io.
Which one is? Do you think a well? Never mind, because I know which one Naomi's going to go after. Because I was going to say, which championship match do you think is more appealing? Io versus Asuka or Tiffany versus Jade?
Tiffany versus Jade.
Yeah, Tiffany versus Jade.
All day, hands down. And that's just because we know that Naomi has that briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
And then we know that Jade beating Tiff is going to set up for, oh my God, when is Naomi going to cash in this Money in the Bank? And then we also get set up for, is Bianca going to get involved in any type of way? You know what I'm saying?
I've seen people say that they think that Bianca would help Naomi cash in.
I think Bianca's going to help Naomi cash in too. But I also can see a triple threat match in the future. SummerSlam. That sounds like that's a SummerSlam match right there.
Depending on when they want to.
SummerSlam of this year?
Yeah. Since it's 2 nights. It's 2 nights.
That means that Naomi would have to cash in on Saturday.
No, I'm talking about Naomi cashing in at SummerSlam. So, I mean, could you see Jade versus Bianca for the title? Let's just say Jade wins Money in the Bank.
No, she wins.
I'm sorry. She wins Queen of the Ring, and then she takes that. Because what's the next pay-per-view after this?
Saturday Night Main Event.
That's not pay-per-view.
I mean, that's the next significant match. the next significant thing because
it's Night of Champions is not in July. It's next weekend, right?
It's this weekend.
This weekend coming up. Exactly. So we're gonna get one. We're gonna get
July is just Saturday Night Main Event, and then SummerSlam is August.
I kind of figured they were going to do that because if you look at the time frame, that remember we told you SummerSlam has always been at the end of August. And the fact that they moved it to the beginning of August just goes to show that that makes sense now that they weren't going to do a pay-per-view in July.
Right. So Saturday night.
I'm looking at it now. So it's Night of Champions, Saturday Night Main Event, Evolution. The women, they might have a match at Evolution because that's right before SummerSlam. That's right before SummerSlam. And that is July 13th. Then after SummerSlam, it's Clash in Paris. Then it's Crown Jewel in October. Then it's Survivor Series in San Diego.
Okay.
So it's Saturday Night Main Event in December.
So if we're talking about Evolution, then I think that Naomi's going to cash in on Tiff. And then she gets the belt from Tiff, and then Jade fights her. Jade wins Queen of the Ring, and then she chooses Naomi to go up against for the title. That's the way I see it. At SummerSlam. And then somehow, some way, Bianca might weasel her way into that match to make it a triple threat.
Because she's not cleared yet.
I do have a subscriber question that goes with what we're talking about. Where was it? This is from Truth. He's not in the chat tonight, but he said, who is more likely to cash in Money in the Bank first, Seth or Naomi?
Definitely Naomi.
Because you're thinking she's going to do it within the next couple weeks or next month.
I don't think she's holding it long.
I don't think she's. Naomi's contract is up when? This is her last year on her contract. And we talked about this, Trey, that she made the comment about starting a family, doing all that stuff. So she doesn't know if she's re-signing her contract once her contract is up. I don't know the actual date. I would have to look it up and see when the actual date is that her contract is up. But I want to say it's at the end of the year.
It's like towards October, November.
So basically,
because when she made that comment, she said she has about 6 months left, and that was like a month or two ago.
Okay. So then, I mean, she gets a title reign.
Yeah. There's another question that goes with this. This is from Tion, and he said, Asuka versus Jade. Who sees Naomi interfering to help Asuka win?
Nah, I don't.
I wouldn't want to see it, but
It's a
not.
possibility.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility, but I don't see it happening.
Because the way that Naomi keeps getting Nia Jax keeps stopping Naomi from cashing in on Tiffany.
Yeah,
because she wants to be the one to take the title back off of Tiffany.
Mm-hmm. But they might have their match at Evolution, which leads to Naomi cashing in. Jade wins. To Jade's point, they go to SummerSlam.
Fights her at SummerSlam. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're gonna have championship matches at Evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Here's my thing though, because now with Liv and them being out, I mean, at this point, they need to have them vacate those damn women tag team titles.
I mean,
and put them up at the Evolution. Like
Roxanne is taking Liv's spot temporarily.
They've already come out and said it.
Yeah, Roxanne.
And if you speaking about Monday, if you look at it, the way that Roxanne helped Raquel take out Rhea, and then she hugged her, and then gave her the okay and helped her up. We see where it's going as far as that.
But they're losing it though. They're not.
Yeah, they're gonna lose those titles.
Yeah,
and I think that's what's going to cause, because when Liv does come back, because she's gonna be out for like 6 to 7 months. They said she'll be back right around Royal Rumble time.
Yep.
And then but since we just brought it up, another question from Tion: what is the point of having Roxanne involved in the Judgment Day?
And we just said it.
Because they didn't know that Liv was going to get hurt, but I think the plan was to always have
to break up Liv and Dom.
No, to break up Raquel and Liv. They just came out with a new shirt for Liv and Dom.
I still think it was to create tension. Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
They're still going to play on that tension between, like, with Roxanne Finn trying to make Roxanne or make it look like that Roxanne is buttering up with Dom and stuff. Because just like on Monday, when he was like, "Hey Dom, Roxanne has a match," and he's smiling like, "Go ahead, say it." And it was like, "Good luck," And Finn's being that L man. So.
Oh, and some people said that the promo video that JD McDonough had, it was just him. And people think that he is eventually going to have a solo run coming up once Judgment Day breaks up. Because I think that when they kick Liv and Dom out, I don't think they're going to stay the Judgment Day.
No,
they don't need to. It's time for
everybody's going to turn their back on Finn because
it's time for the Judgment Day to be done and over with.
Yeah, they're going to figure out that what kind of person Finn is. So Finn's going to be by himself too. So yeah, this is it's coming to an end soon. Sooner than later.
So this is a quick hit, but it goes with Monday Night Raw. We had a Ludwig Kaiser sighting. He was shown in the backstage segment when who was it? Was it AJ Styles? Whoever took out Chad Gable. I forgot who it was. Was it AJ or Penta? It might have been Penta.
It was Penta.
Penta. So yeah, he got taken out. Ludwig Kaiser was in the background and he was just looking. We haven't seen Kaiser on TV in months.
Yeah.
So that's just a little quick hit for you. But this subscriber question comes from Jamari, and he said, "When is this Goldberg shit going to be over?"
Oh, I got a couple with that, but we gotta build into it though. We still on King of the Ring and stuff like that.
No, we haven't. We're still recapping Raw.
Yeah, but do we want to touch on that right now?
I mean, unless you just want to give our King of the Ring picks.
All right, so we could talk about Goldberg.
This shit's out of pocket.
And did y'all like the promo that?
No.
Saying when he said this ain't 1998 no more.
No.
Oh, with Gunther, yes,
the one that Gunther cut, not the one that Goldberg cut on Gunther.
Yeah, I like. I appreciate Gunther's promos. Like, I ain't gonna say they're awful. Like, he goes straight for the jugular whenever he does a promo.
I like the fact that he just came out with it and said, "Bro, you 58 years old. This ain't 1998 no more." He pretty much told him to sit his old ass down.
Basically, in other words. So
yeah.
All right. So the first one, it comes from my old coworker Rick. He says, "Why does Goldberg need a title shot for his final run? Why can't he face someone like Roman?"
He's already faced Roman.
That answers that part. But why does he need a title shot for the final run?
He
He
doesn't.
doesn't. And it's aggravating because they
That's why
did
I'm just
Jay
taking
dirty just to
taking
put
the
a
title off of that.
no man. They did Jay so fucking dirty just to put a damn title back on Gunther to hash out this shit that happened over a year ago with him calling out his damn son. They didn't have to put the title on Gunther to do that shit.
Nope.
And the fact that Jay lost the title, then lost his King of the Ring finals match.
Oh damn,
So-
Trey, you skip tracing. Shit, I got another damn question.
Oh my bad. 'Cause we talking about Jay Uso.
No, but we still talking about Gold.
Oh,
So
my bad.
the other one is, and this comes from JL Scott 1914. Do you think the WWE will put Goldberg on a retirement run similar to Cena, but on a lesser scale? And I'm guessing that's if he wins.
If they do, I'm watching AEW from here on out.
Hold on.
I promise you. If they do, I'm watching AEW.
And I understand why Germ asked the question. The question was because after the interview that Michael Cole had with Goldberg, and it got back to Michael Cole on live on Raw, and Michael Cole said at the end, I asked Goldberg, well, what happens if you win? And Goldberg said, well, wouldn't that be an interesting turn of events? Just that statement right there gives like 75% possibility that Goldberg can win that match.
The fact that it's on a Saturday night main event and it's going against All In also gives it a great chance that Goldberg wins, so that they can have a reason for people to tune in.
It's so freaking. Oh my god!
Hey, Trey, you asked for this last week. You asked for Jay's opinion on the Goldberg shit. Like you asked for it,
and this is exactly what I thought I was gonna get.
It's bullshit. Like it's so goddamn frustrating because they get a little run where they make some good decisions.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
No, they get a good run where they're making some good decisions, and then they come with this dumbass decision. Like, I'm sorry, nobody wants to see Goldberg. This is about to be as bad as freaking Ric Flair's retirement match.
The crazy thing is, Ric Flair looked better in his later matches than Goldberg has looked in about 6 years.
Goldberg's gonna look like Vince McMahon when he was out there fighting Stone Cold.
Yeah, for the most
That's
part.
what he's gonna look like.
When Vince was fighting Pat McAfee.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, y'all notice
Corey Graves is back on Raw.
He's been up there for 3 weeks in a row, and Pat McAfee on his shows pretty much said that he's exhausted.
Yeah. Actually, Corey Graves is doing double duty. He's on NXT and Raw. So
who called out Corey? Somebody called out Corey Graves for him. I watched a clip or something. I don't know if it was on Instagram or on Facebook, but it was I guess somebody did an interview, a wrestler did an interview or something like that, and they cut a promo in the interview basically calling Corey Graves a bitch because he's complaining because he got replaced by Pat McAfee.
Apparently, everything is all good now.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So I guess Corey Graves came out in the interview and was saying that everything was good and that he don't have no beef with Pat McAfee. And then somebody cut like a video talking about you backtracking to save your job when you got replaced.
I think I've seen that.
You was talking on Twitter when you was out there on Twitter with your chest pumped out, and then they put you in your place. I don't know, man. Listen, hate him or like him, Pat McAfee. I mean, he's a great commentator. So,
and even Michael Cole said something in during the match when I forget who got thrown in the Corey Graves way. Oh, it was Braun Breaker, and he was like, Michael Cole had said something. He was like, "So what are you gonna do about it?" And Corey Graves was like, "I'm retired, Mike. I'm retired, Cole. Like I'm retired, and it's gonna stay that way." Yeah, you can't do what Pat McAfee does, my guy. Like Pat McAfee can still go in the ring. Like,
Well, good, because I told you I was getting tired of Pat McAfee anyway. So,
I mean, yeah, I mean, okay.
I mean, I like Pat McAfee as a commentator. I don't like
Yes.
Pat McAfee in the ring.
I mean, he got the
Just be personal.
illest pencil flip catch that I've ever seen. It's
watch
almost
the
as
Pat McAfee show for that.
it's almost as smooth as when Roman caught the mic from Brock Lesnar. Like it's that aura type shit. But now we could get into Jey Uso. So Jey Uso took the 4 letters, 1 word, loss on Monday night against Cody Rhodes, which after seeing Randy win on Friday, kind of knew that was coming to fruition. Man, it was hilarious
because there's nothing there with Jay versus Randy.
Yeah,
like Randy's over the bloodline stuff pretty much.
Exactly.
And Jay's already rehabilitated himself.
And then and what solidified that was Randy's comments that he made on Friday about Jay. He was like, I got mad respect for you, Oos, and and I was just like, yeah, there is no beef. It doesn't make sense for them to be in the finals together.
At this point, just put freaking Jay back with his brother and let them go ahead and just become the greatest tag team of all time.
That's the rumor. They saying that's the rumor.
That's the rumor.
I mean, just okay, whatever. They gave him his United States Championship run. Here you go, take that. They gave him the World Heavyweight Championship.
I mean,
run.
IC.
They gave him the World Heavyweight Championship run.
So
and basically they screwed him out of both. So at this point, just put him back with his brother, man, and let them do what they do best and entertain.
So double subscriber question from Rick and JL Scott. So Rick says, why are they seemingly burying Jay all of a sudden? And then Germ comes in where do you see the long-term vision for Jay after dropping the title to Gunther? So like you said, back with his brother, the cause of burying.
So they're not, let's make sure we get something straight, okay? One, they're not burying Jey Uso. I don't think it's there yet. I don't think that 100%. The problem is WWE is shit. Even TKO now, I'm gonna call them out. They're shit when it comes down to these black athletes and having championships.
Okay,
and I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna always go back to it, and I'm going to stay there. That these black athletes, whenever they get the title, they make them lose them in the dumbest fucking way ever. It's a slap in the face.
Who was
and they don't do it. If you look at it, they don't really do it to nobody else.
I'm glad that you said that because I was watching NXT last night, and then the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Championship match that's going to happen at I forget what their PL is.
Bash at the Beach. No, Great American Bash.
Great American Bash. If you notice at the end, if you watched it or if y'all caught the highlights.
Yeah, I missed it last night.
Although they had 2 black females in there, right? They had a black female superstar, Jada Parker. Hey, Jada. Take everybody's finishing moves and took the L.
Oh, so Jada got pinned?
Yeah, by Jordan Grace. But she took everybody's finisher. She took Lash Legends finisher. She took Izzy Dane finisher. And then she took Jordan Grace finisher to lose.
So I watched the video and it put a lot of stuff in perspective for me, right? And basically, the video showed how Brock Lesnar ended the title reign of 3 different black champions, all on free live TV.
Kofi.
Not one was on pay-per-view.
Who was it? The Rock, Kofi,
Kofi,
and Big E.
And Big E.
Oh, Big E. It wasn't Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Bobby Lashley. All 3 of these champions to Brock Lesnar. Then you get Gunther that just did it to freaking Jey Uso on free TV.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, Bobby Lashley. Wait,
He fought Brock Lesnar at a PLE.
but he still lost to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he
it was
wasn't
on
the
the
champion.
PLE.
He wasn't a champion.
No, he wasn't a champion. Didn't Bobby Lashley get cashed in on
By Big E.
by Big
Yeah.
E?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. He did get cashed in on. So Bobby Lashley is the only exception here because he got cashed in on.
but that's still black on black crime.
It is. But what I'm saying is that,
mind you, guys, I mean, this is just, don't cancel us. This is our point of view.
Nah, fuck that.
As y'all see, we are cultural.
Nah, because we gonna talk about some more about some black wrestlers here in a minute when we get to these. It's not a champion show.
No, I'm just tired of it, and I'm gonna continue to point it out because it's bullshit. They don't do that shit to Seth Rollins. They don't do that shit to Gunther. They don't do that shit to anybody else that has a title. They don't do it to Randy. They don't do it to none of them.
True. Now, I was just about to say, damn. It was still in the lines of this. Okay, Barian. This is where we at. Now, I heard what you said as far as you don't think that he's Barian. But can we actually consider Barian being that they give you one title shot and you never get a World Heavyweight Championship title opportunity ever again? Can we consider that as Barian? Because Kofi is in that is in that category.
I would say if you continue to get big matches and continue to lose, then I'll.
But they're treating Jay just like Kofi because Kofi has mind you, Kofi started as an independent. That's the only difference. He started as a solo superstar.
I'm talking about after he lost the title.
He never got a championship opportunity again.
Exactly.
But he was thrown into mixes, but he never got that opportunity again. He lost on live TV. He lost to one of their heavy hitters. And then he got thrown back into a tag team. What are they about to do with Jay? Throw him back into a tag team.
Well, that's not confirmed. That's just what we're seeing. But also,
it's gonna happen.
But also,
with Jimmy and Jacob Fatu ain't gonna work.
Jay is still getting main event matches on Raw.
Kofi did for a little while too.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Here's the only problem with that, Trey. It's cool that he's getting main event matches, but now they're putting him back in that box of getting main event matches and losing.
Yep,
that's the problem. That's the problem.
They're turning him into Sammy, close but not getting there.
But Sammy never won it though.
Now, this is what I think. Now, tell me if y'all think this. Do you see a world where Gunther beats Goldberg and then him and Jay do run it back, but then Jay beats him again?
That's what I feel like. That's where they're going, and the only thing that's going to mess that up is if they freaking let Goldberg win that damn championship.
And the reason why I said it is because Jey Uso is still heavily involved in the Seth Rollins aspect. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But the thing is, if Jay does win it, then I can see him getting cashed in on. But he would have that second title win.
If anything, if Jay wins, I want to see him versus Sammy for the title. I would rather see Sammy beat him than Seth Rollins beat him. I feel like that's just stomping you 6 more feet in your grave if Seth Rollins beats you, because now you just made him into big dog Roman.
But then it's a cash in though. So
you just made him into big dog Roman.
My issue is that Gunther's title reign was ass.
Yes,
his first one was ass.
It's going to continue to be ass.
This one is not going to be any better. It's not. Let's just be honest, right? There's nothing that they can do that's going to, in my opinion, that's going to elevate Gunther in this title reign for it to be any better.
This title reign is not going to be a long one for Gunther. He's going to lose.
And I feel like they strictly put this belt on him to further this segment with Goldberg because of the shit that happened a year ago. And to me, the only logical thing that makes sense is that he's going to turn around and drop this damn belt to Goldberg. And I don't want to see that happen. But if he does, for some reason, beat Goldberg, I do think that Jay is going to beat him and take the belt back.
So I was watching the Busted Open podcast, right? And just listening to what Bubba Ray was saying, it was like when Goldberg came back and they had their promo 2 weeks ago, right? And Goldberg didn't
out of breath.
And Goldberg didn't even mention anything about a title shot, right? He just said Saturday night main event in Atlanta, you're next, right? It was like, so first of all, they messed that up. They messed that whole part up because he was like, if anything, you would have had a backstage segment with Nick Aldis and you would have had Goldberg, have Nick Aldis tell Goldberg that you just can't come in and demand certain matches and stuff like that. And you could have had Goldberg press Nick Aldis out of fear without saying nothing and give him the title match. Like, you know what? I'm going to grant you the match, but along with this match, I'm going to make it a title match for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's how you do that. They just threw this, and then you come in on Friday, and I'm like, oh yeah, and for this match at Saturday Night Main Event, Goldberg and Gunther is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Well, we didn't get any dialect for the World Heavyweight Championship at first, so therefore it shouldn't have never been for the World Heavyweight Championship. It should have been a last man standing match for all I care.
Oh God.
I'm just saying, I just threw one out there. It should have been something of that.
It needs to be a gimmick match.
No, but if it's going to be a retirement match where Gunther needs to retire Goldberg, it should be like a last man standing match. He can't stand no more. But I've heard some rumors that Gunther can be coming in, can have his new Imperium come back, where not only is it Kaiser, which it could be from you seeing that in the background, but also he could be getting Ilya Dragunov a part of Imperium.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
He should, playing sarcasm, it should either be a last man standing or an I Quit match.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what we got as far as. All right, so now we got our prediction last for King of the Ring for the men's. Are we going with Cody or Randy? Since we know who's going to be in the finals. Are they running it back Randy and John Cena, or are they going to run it back Cody and John Cena?
I think it's going to be Cody, in my opinion. I feel like this is really one of the ways that because Cody hasn't gotten his rematch yet with John Cena. And even though we just had Randy Orton versus John Cena, so I don't see them doing that again.
I do.
I feel like Cody versus John Cena at SummerSlam is going to be a bigger ticket.
But he's not winning.
But he's not winning. No, he's not winning.
So there's no point of having it.
We have a subscriber question from Zandel, and he has two questions, and they both go along with this. The first one is who needs King or Queen of the Ring the win? Who needs that win the most? And the second question is, should Punk be the one to beat Cena?
So I can tell you right now that one, Randy Orton nor Cody Rhodes needs King of the Ring more than each other. Honestly, the King of the Ring, if I say somebody needed, if I would have my opinion on saying who needed it the most, it would have been Sami Zayn. Because I feel like that's the only way that Sami Zayn would have been able to get into the title picture, because we're talking about people being buried. That Sami Zayn keeps getting freaking buried back to back to back to back, right?
If you're telling me if I have to pick between Cody and Randy, since they are in the match, I would say because of storyline purposes, Cody needs it more. So they like playing sarcasm, saying because so he can get his rematch with Cena, like y'all said. That'd be the because right now, what's the only other path that he has now to get there?
Yeah, but we gotta think about some things, right? And I'll think about this. This is Cody Rhodes we're talking about here. This ain't the old Cody Rhodes. This ain't Stardust. This is Cody Rhodes.
He said his face run could be coming to an end pretty soon.
At some point in time, remember I said this with Seth Rollins, and I told y'all this, and I was like, when Seth Rollins was facing CM Punk, and we were saying who needs to win this more. And I said, Seth Rollins doesn't need to win this because we know at any time Seth Rollins can get a title match. And then look what happened. Seth Rollins wins Money in the Bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the same thing kind of applies. At any time, Cody Rhodes can get a title match. They'll work in some type of storyline to where Cody Rhodes can get a title match. I don't think Cody Rhodes really needed King of the Ring, nor does Randy Orton. But if we're saying one over the other for the aspect of long-term storytelling and stuff like that, then yeah, I would go with Cody Rhodes just because of how everything ended at WrestleMania for him. I would say it in that
So Trey, I know you wasn't here to hear this. Jay, you kind of came in. I don't know if you came in right when I was saying this when you commented on YouTube. But Trey, think back to what I said last week about the possibility of Cody Rhodes' heel turn at the end of the year with John Cena, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where Cody Rhodes' long-term storyline leads to him getting his get back at John Cena at the end. I feel like that the person who needs this the most is Randy. Why? Because that title reign still looms in the air. That Cena's at 17, he still needs to get to 15.
That's true.
The number 15 is still it. Randy is like 15 is still in my grasp, right?
Randy's going to get 15.
They both got cheated. They both got cheated out of their matches by a low blow, right? John Cena did that to both of them.
Yeah. And hit with a belt.
And hit them with a belt. So they both have the equal opportunities on. They ready to get their get back. I just feel like Randy Orton is never won King of the Ring. As long as it's been around, he's never won King of the Ring.
Neither has Cody Rhodes.
I mean, Cody Rhodes just got back, so of course he ain't win King of the Ring. I mean, he's been here for 3 years, but I'm saying,
it would have. The crazy thing is, back in the day, they would have. I could see them because they weren't giving them title matches. I could see Stardust or one of the versions of Cody winning King back then.
Dashing Cody Rhodes. You couldn't see Dashing Cody Rhodes winning.
No, I could see Dashing Cody Rhodes.
Or the Cosmic King.
Stardust. But I could have saw Legacy. Like Randy Orton with Legacy winning King of the Ring, but that never happened.
Exactly.
So they both have that opportunity right there. I think that's why they put this together, because it's like two things have deprived them in their history, which is King of the Ring, and they both want to get their get back at John Cena. But which one makes more sense? Does it make sense for Randy to turn heel at the end of the year to beat John Cena, or does it make sense for Cody Rhodes? Because I see more emphasis on Cody. John Cena's turning face before he retires.
You think so?
I agree with that.
So which heel turn between Cody, Randy makes more sense for John Cena to turn back face, or in the midst of that? I feel like Cody's would be more of an emphasis. I feel like Randy's is like
Cody can get his title. Cody can get his title back when he turns heel. That's a given. At some point, Randy's going to get 15.
Well, let me ask you this.
Let me just get this off.
Hold on. I know, but let me ask you this, because it's going to go with your thought that you're getting ready to get out. Does John Cena leave with that current title?
Yes.
Okay, so that changes.
Yes. John Cena's, and the only reason why I say John Cena's leaving with the current title is because they wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have put that out there in the atmosphere that he's taking the title with him. 2, we've already had the rumors of new titles coming in, new designs and stuff like that, right? So I feel like John Cena is going to take that title with him. He's gone. If that was the case, if John Cena was going to do that, he would have won the World Heavyweight Championship. He wouldn't have won the WWE Championship.
Okay.
It's time for a redesign with the WWE Championship. And I feel like with John Cena taking that title with him, that leaves the room for Randy to get number 15, because Randy's only getting 15. He's not touching 16. They're not going to have Randy. Randy's not tying with John Cena at 16. Mm-hmm. Randy's going to stay in second place, tied with Ric Flair at 15.
Ric Flair got 16.
Or 16, I'm sorry. John Cena got 17. I'm
tripping. Randy would tie Triple H, wouldn't he? Or
no, Randy's tied with
Triple H right now.
He's tied with Triple H right now. So he'll be third. Randy's going to get 15. He's not going to stay. My point is that he's not going to stay in the tie with Triple H. Right. He's going to get 15. Mm-hmm. He's not going to touch 16. He's not going to touch 17. I don't see that happening. And Cody we know Cody's going to have several title runs before his career is done and over with.
Mm-hmm.
I said his next one, and I still believe that his next one's not coming until he goes heel. But I don't know. I just think that they missed a big opportunity between having Jay versus Sammy in this King of the Ring. They could have booked Randy and they could have booked Cody Rhodes at a later date.
I agree.
For them to face John Cena again. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is John Cena's world tour, so we already know that he's going through all his old opponents that he's defended the title against.
Mm-hmm.
They could have did that at any point, but they definitely could have used this King of the Ring to elevate Sami Zayn. And even if Sami Zayn didn't really win, let's say Sami Zayn won King of the Ring, and then Sami Zayn went on to face John Cena and then lost to John Cena, I still think that would have elevated him to put him in a position to one day get that championship match.
I don't think he would have fought Cena though.
I think he would have. I think Sammy would have fought Cena.
I don't think Sammy would have fought Cena. Sammy would have fought Gunther.
Maybe.
Question. Since they did it on Raw, and then they did it at the Fanatics Fest they had in New York. John Cena came out with his title, and then CM Punk came out the crowd, and then Seth Rollins once again came down with both of them in the ring. Do you think we get at least a tease of a Seth Rollins cash in on Saturday?
That was one of my subscriber questions. Does Seth Rollins cash in happen either the next major PLE or an upcoming one?
I think the only way Seth actually cashes in is if Punk beats Cena.
Yes. Or gets close.
Yeah.
The only way that what?
I think the only way that Seth is going to cash in is either if Punk is, like JD just said, is getting ready to beat Cena and he comes in, makes it a triple threat like he did with Brock and Roman, or if Punk actually does beat Cena, he'll come out and pin Punk. Either way, Punk will get pinned by Seth if Punk wins or is about to win on Saturday. But that's the only way I see Seth cashing in.
I don't see Seth Rollins cashing in for the WWE Championship. I see him cashing in for the World Heavyweight Championship.
True. So let me ask you this. Has there ever been a time?
Only because Punk is involved is why he would even be thinking about going after this one.
Yeah.
That's true. Has there ever been a time that a cash-in, he gives the briefcase, they announce it, boom, 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 the cash-inner, if that even makes sense, the person who's cashing in is getting ready to get beat, gets hit with a finisher, rolls out the ring, and grabs the briefcase back?
No, because once you cash it in, it's no longer valid. Once the ref,
once the bell rings,
right? Yeah. But do you think that there could be some BS that happens, something like that with Seth Rollins?
They can always way
I can see it to where Seth is getting ready to cash in, but let's say he gets blindsided by like AA or a GTS, and right before they about to ring the bell, Paul Heyman like grabs the guy's hand or something, and they never actually officially do or he takes the mic out of the guy's hand when they're about to announce Seth Rollins is cashing in his money in the bank. Like,
yeah, or snatches the briefcase and tells them no, he's not, or something like that. Now I could honestly see that happening at Night of Champions.
Yeah, so a tease.
Yeah, a big tease.
So everybody's going with Cody?
What, winning? No, I'm going with Randy.
Okay, you're going with Randy?
Yeah, I'm going with Cody.
I'm going with Cody.
I know I lost that one, but I'm going with Randy. I don't care about being undefeated. I'm going with Randy.
I don't care about being undefeated either. It just happened to be that way.
Well, hell, I do.
I can't help it that I am the Messiah, and I'm just.
I need to get back to my WrestleMania winning ways. But let's go. Let's do the women. Y'all got Jade or Asuka?
Jade.
Trey got Asuka.
I do.
Of course he does.
Because they keep telling me about this movie that Jade is shooting.
Yeah.
It's Juneteenth. You're supposed to be on Jade's side.
We already had our Juneteenth episode. Hey, Naomi's going to be the champion. That's my Juneteenth celebration. All right, so that's it for Queen and King of the Ring. But as far as the match card, okay, let's talk about this match card because somebody said on X that Triple H is a diabolical matchmaker. Because how do you have a show called Night of Champions where you only have 2 belts being defended? Dom is either kayfabe hurt or real hurt, and him and AJ's match got declined. I mean, got killed.
Bro.
Then you have your 2 black tag teams, the Street Profits, who haven't wrestled on a PLE since they won those belts, and the New Day, who at least won theirs at WrestleMania, but they haven't sipped a PLE since. So, and then you don't have any other matches. You only have Jacob and Solo and Punk and Cena for championship matches on Night of Champions. Let's just talk about that real quick. Is the trip? I asked this a while ago. Is the Triple H era? Is the honeymoon over?
Yes,
It is.
Yes,
The honeymoon is over.
The honeymoon was over the moment Roman lost.
I wouldn't say that.
It wasn't Triple H who carried it. It was Roman and the bloodline who carried it.
That's true. I say it was over when John Cena won number 17 in the way that he won it with the whole final boss and that bullshit.
Well,
It was dead.
yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was, yeah.
The heel turn was great. The actual turn was great.
Yeah.
No, the turn was good. I'm talking about the
Everything.
whole,
Everything after that.
All right. So this match was made on Monday. Rhea versus Raquel in a street fight.
I'm going Raquel.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Okay.
It's time for a character change with Rhea, and they need to hurry up and do it fast.
I already said she needed to be in the tag team.
They're saying that the rumors are that because they've reignited this Rhea Raquel thing, that when Liv comes back, you could see Liv and Rhea reunite to take on Roxanne and Raquel.
Mm.
Some people say that.
I said this
because when Liv comes back, when Liv comes back, she's going to be a face. She's going to get a face reaction when she comes back, whenever that is.
I told you how I feel. She need to be a tag team with Stephanie Van Kerr, and they need to be called the Demon Mommies.
Vacker.
Vacker.
Don't care.
She said Vacker.
Yeah, there you go. Say it that way.
Vacker. Yeah, they need to be the Demon Mommies.
We fucking it up like
or mommy demons.
All right. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
I hope Karrion Kross wins.
This one's hard. Believe it or not,
I'm going to pick. Oh no, go ahead.
I'm going Sammy.
This is Karrion Kross' first match in like I don't know how long.
And he had that match with AJ. So he had that match with AJ on Raw where he lost on purpose.
Yeah, but he can afford to take a L. Sami Zayn can't afford to take another L.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going with Sammy.
I think it just depends on how he takes that.
I'm going with Sammy, but I think it's going to be like some twist to Sammy's character change.
I feel like so too.
Yeah.
And if Kross wins, he's not winning clean, so that's the problem too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all in agreement. I'm rolling with Sammy as well. But I think that this is going to be because if you saw when he punched Kross and Scarlett started laughing because she was like stop, and then he started laughing. And he was like, I got him. So if Karrion Kross's whole character at this point is to just try to bring out the dark side of everyone, then I think that he will lose to Sammy. But I think it's because he's going to force Sammy to do something that Sammy would never do.
Yeah.
He's going to force him into that.
Yeah.
So that's why. Jacob versus Solo U.S. Championship match.
I might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Something's telling me to take Solo.
Mm-hmm. So, subscriber question. How do you see the Fatu and Solo feud ending, or what components will be added? So, we're going to take out the ending. We're not going to include the ending part, but great question, JL Scott. What components will be added? Me and Trey, I think
Hikuleo.
There we go. That's the component.
That's the component right there. Jacob wins with one of the best moonsaults you'll ever see.
That's what you think.
I think Solo. Solo's winning.
So I'm gonna tell you exactly how this is gonna go. During their match, JC Mateo is gonna come out.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jimmy Uso is gonna come out to help Jacob Fatu, and then this is when we get Hikuleo, who's gonna come out and take all of them out, and Solo's gonna win. And then Solo will have JC Mateo and Hikuleo on his side as the U.S. champion.
And then I think what's going to happen is I think eventually Jacob is going to have Fatu in them. I told you, I think Jimmy's going. I think they're going to work Jimmy out, and Jimmy's going to be doing, going back to the tag team with his brother. I think it's going to be what's the two? The one that got injured and has been gone since he's been
God, the Gorillas.
Tagaloa
and
Tagaloa and it's about time for them to come back. And Tamatonga, it's about time for them to come back. And when they come back, whose side they taking?
I mean, they could take their brother's side, Hikuleo, and have them reunite God.
I don't think it's happening right away.
Hear us out with this one, because it's still time. They do that. Solo, JC Mateo, Hikuleo, and a God, right?
That'd be a super stable.
Is that 5 or 6?
That's 5.
That's 5. Here we go. Boom. You got Jacob Fatu. Jimmy is already helping him. He tells Jacob, we need more backup. He calls twin brother. Twin brother. All right, cool. We know Roman's going to be somewhat in the Seth Rollins thing when he decides to come back.
This is just doing another bloodline versus bloodline.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, but it's gonna be a one-off. It's gonna be a one-off for Roman. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a one-off.
I was waiting on you to say Zilla.
Roman is bringing Zilla in because they need one more person.
Wasn't he at the Fan Fest or Fanatics?
He was at Fanatics
because they showed him talking.
I think he dropped his
to Randy
too.
Yeah, they showed him talking to Randy.
So let's see. One off, right?
He's not signed though, so it's not happening anytime
soon. This is where you're wrong. He is under WWE ID. Booker T, and is it MLW? No, what is that? What is that organization that he's
Reality of Wrestling?
Reality of Wrestling is a WWE ID brand. So technically, they give you that WWE contract when they're ready to pull you up. But the whole organization is under WWE ID for recruitment.
And that's
so that's
Booker T's promotion.
So he's already been under WWE's watch. So it's nothing for them to call him up. They just gave him one last title run to further out him and Booker T's storyline. So I feel like that we could possibly have a couple Survivor Series matches, and they just have to do it right and make it tribal combat in Survivor Series.
Like
no Ulafala. No Ulafala.
Like we've seen this story.
No Ulafala.
Yeah,
I
got Solo winning.
But have we seen it where it was just nothing but Islanders?
Damn near, yeah.
No.
Oh, I said damn near
because Punk was in there.
Yeah, Punk and Sammy was it. Well, Sammy is an honorary Islander.
Yeah, but he's not official.
No.
All right, and then we have our main event: John Cena versus CM Punk.
Cena.
I'm going with Cena.
Who comes out to help Cena?
Maybe Travis Scott again.
I hope not.
Do you think that we'll see R-Truth try to get involved again, but get taken out by like Logan Paul or somebody?
Possibly. Or he'd get taken out by CM Punk himself.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to win like that.
Yeah. I feel like Seth Rollins will probably have something to do with John Cena winning this.
Yeah, I could see that too. I could see, because like you said, Seth, I think, is going to go after the World Heavyweight Championship because he started listing off how he made all of these championships on Monday, how he made the Universal, how he made the World Heavyweight, how he made the NXT Championship. And I think that it will be the ultimate get back is if he costs CM Punk his final match against John Cena and he could just have that over Punk's head forever.
So within this too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just throwing it out there. If Seth does try to cash in, could Roman come back to stop him from cashing in? And then it will lead on every time he tries to cash in. Roman has something to do with it because Roman got beef with Braun. I don't know if he got beef with Bronson Reed. I mean, they did fight in Survivor Series last year.
Yeah, they fought in Survivor Series, so yeah, they don't love lost there.
Yeah, just throwing that up there.
It's a possibility
out there.
It's definitely a possibility.
And if they really wanted to do it right, because they didn't have any kind of mentions of him, that would be perfect because he still had like his little thing with CM Punk going on as far as, them getting their get back at Seth. So, and then they could just have that moment where John Cena and Roman Reigns are in the ring at the same time, but he doesn't hit Cena. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they've had their rivalry too.
Yeah, and Roman's undefeated in it.
And Roman could just be looking at him like, you'll see me again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so my final question on Night of Champions is, will Night of Champions even happen?
Yeah.
Will it even happen?
This is not a Night of Champions. This is just.
Will the PLE happen?
Will the PLE even happen because of where it's located and what's going on right now?
Yeah, it's going to happen.
So they're going to come from the backside and not go the regular direction? So they leaving out of California and going across Tokyo and stuff like that instead of going across.
Money talks, and they are giving them a bag for these shows over in Saudi Arabia. So I believe if there's a will, there's a way. But it's been reports that it's still up in the air that it could happen. I still think it is going to happen because I don't think they're going to change it this fast. But they could always. Hell, they changed the WrestleMania sighting like it was nothing. They could always just throw this shit in LA.
When WrestleMania was definitely in Tampa, and it was like, yeah, we're going to the Performance Center.
Yeah, but you got to think about that, though. They didn't have any fans, so they didn't have to worry about refunding tickets and then reselling tickets and stuff like that. It was just moving monitors.
No, but the plan was to have fans, but they couldn't. Yeah,
I know that, but that's what I'm saying. They didn't have fans, so it's not like this situation here.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like if they were going to cancel it, they would have already did that. This way, they can go ahead and put the tickets out for whatever venue they switched it to.
True.
I don't think that they're going to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if they could fly stealth jets over there, maybe they'll. I mean, TKO has plenty of jets, so we'll see how they do that.
It's going to be heavily guarded, so they ain't got to worry about that.
Facts.
So, some quick AEW stuff. AEW Grand Slam Mexico delivers the best Dynamite viewership of 2025, and after that event, Bryan Danielson returned and got physical. After that Dynamite, so. Could we see him try to come back and get back against the Death Riders after they tried to retire him and end his career?
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be the one to take it off.
I still think it's Darby Allin, honestly.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen anything that makes me think different.
Yep. And then after Darby, John Moxley's coming back.
Hangman's not going to. We're not going to do our. We'll do our all-in predictions next week, or the week after. I can't remember. But yeah, right now I don't have Hangman beating him unless I see some other stuff happen on Dynamite within the next week or so.
Yeah. But then, after Moxley loses to Darby, he's coming back to WWE.
You've been on this Moxley going back to WWE train forever. You really think he's going back?
I think so. Because I told y'all we're going to get a Shield reunion.
I couldn't hear you. What you say?
I said you've been saying it for a while. Do you really think that's going to happen?
Absolutely, because the moment that WWE allowed them to actually say John Moxley's name as John Moxley on live TV, yes, it's going to happen.
I'm gonna have to. I would assume then that if that does happen, and as Jay said, we get a Shield reunion, it's clearly going to be when Bronson and Braun turn on Seth.
Absolutely,
and he's going to need backup.
Yep.
I don't know how we're going to get to the point where Roman and Seth trust each other again.
I don't know.
There's so many different. I mean, you got to think about it. There's so many different ways that they can go about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
You can write it however. You can always find a way for somebody's team.
Yeah, I've been told you we're gonna have Braun, and Bronson because they bring him back.
I'm about to say, they gonna bring him back.
They bring him back as much as they throw him away. So I mean,
my God.
All right, y'all.
And I swear I just seen something about Braun. Hold on. Oh shit! To return as the big dog and reform the Shield with his cousin. No, I don't have anything else. I just see some stuff that popped up from Sports Kita.
Well, I don't really. Sports Kita they be clickbaiting sometimes, man.
They do.
Yeah, definitely do.
Okay, so for those of y'all that plan on watching Night of Champions, you definitely tune in to your boys here at Over the Rose Wrestling Pod. There will be a watch along this Saturday at 1:00 for Night of Champions. I'm not sure if either one of my co-hosts will join me. I think JD might for the first part of it at least. Messiah, he be outside on the weekends, and this is at 1 p.m.
Yeah, he definitely ain't gonna be there. It's gonna be 90-something degrees on Saturday.
Hopping in our chat.
What is it? Hold on. It's Saturday. It's at 89 with the possibility of a thunderstorm. Hold on. What is it going to be in Charlotte?
I hope it rains.
It's going to be 30.
So I'm at home. So
I hope it rains.
You gonna ruin my weekend like that?
You have never done a watch party with us,
or at least popped in.
At least popped in. He ain't done either one of those.
First of all, we already established this that I do not be home on the weekends. All right.
That's why I need it to rain.
Dang, that's messed up. That's messed up.
I'm trying to feed the fans. They like when you're up here.
I like it too. That's why they need to go back to Sundays, and then I'll be good.
So if they bring their PLEs back to Sundays, because on the two night ones, you don't ever pop in on Sunday.
No, he's lying because JB out Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wow, y'all just clocking my shit. I can't do nothing. Good.
The problem is you always doing something.
We want to be like you, Jay. We want to be like you.
You don't want to be like me. It's expensive.
That's why you can stay here. This is free.
You got it.
You should jump in on the watch party while you're in the lounge. That'd be dope.
Oh yeah, while I'm on the boat, on the water.
While you're either in the lounge or on the boat, and then have your laptop up or something. If you're on the boat, have your laptop up so you can be watching it.
Hookah blazing.
Yeah, just smoking the hookah. But yeah, everybody, this has been your WWE Night of Champion and King of the Ring / Queen of the Ring predictions. This is episode 156. Thank you very much for everybody that supports us and has been continuing to support us. Thank you for the people that have hopped in on IG, the people that came into the chat on YouTube, and for those of you that do check us out on Twitch. Yeah, man, follow us down here at the bottom. Y'all seem to like the videos, that the little shorts that we be putting out, the reels. So I'll try to get more of those put out as well. Anytime there's something big that happens. Or if y'all want to just DM me some stuff that y'all want us to do, we can do one of those too.
Hey, you did say thank you to the subscriber questions. Shit.
Well, yeah. Well, I said everybody that hopped in the chat, but yeah, everybody that sent us subscriber questions, appreciate that as well.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate
Thank
y'all.
you.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, we get 100 likes on this video. I'll jump on Saturday.
100 likes.
Hey man, pop that shit up, y'all. Run them lights up, bro.
Not views, but likes. Okay.
Likes. It gotta be likes. Okay.
Hey, I need everybody.
I'm clipping this.
I need every subscriber to hit the like button in YouTube. Go to our YouTube page. It's right there on the ticker at the bottom, and hit that like button.
Yeah, because I will say this, even though I just bigged y'all up, all of the people that come through and watch our videos that get us to 100 views, if y'all could just please hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
Very simple. If you're clicking on the video, just hit the like button real quick. It'll keep us in your algorithm, so you'll always know. Make sure you hit the bell also.
We'll do it one time. We'll do a one time deal. All right, you go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button. It's free. We won't even charge you. $0.
Oh, I got another one. If we get to 100 likes, the next podcast will be at the podcast room. Live with all three of us.
I'll accept that. In
the same building for one time only. Because it ain't gonna happen again. No, I'm just joking. Hey man, appreciate y'all. This has been another episode of Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. This is your boy OTR Mic Drop, aka Wednesday Night Mic Drop, aka Mic Drop Dreadlight, aka OTR Oracle.
Hey, I'm back. It's your boy Jay, aka Rant Jay. Right now, I'm part-time Jay, but it's all right. By next week, I'll be back to full-time Jay. And don't forget OTR Messiah.
And then what's going on? I don't know why I said that like it's an intro, but I can't help it. This is your man Trey, aka OTR Trey, aka Treyway, aka Wednesday Night Trey, and we are out.